have you heard of Snapchat streaking? It's a challenge of sorts where you see just how long you can keep up a streak. Now, a streak is made when you and another Snapchatter have snapped each other within 24 hours for at least 2 days in a row. Once you do that, you get a little fire symbol on your Snapchat. Now, Snapchat then displays every day you keep that streak up. But here's the hard part. If you miss a day, you don't get that streak and you have to start all over, which means you have to snap someone every day again. And it's really starting to stress kids out. So joining us live to talk about try and say that 15 times fast. Snapchat streaking and how to protect your kids on social media is Dr. Anna Shire. So this is a really interesting behavior, and I bet you're seeing more and more kids kind of coming in with anxiety due to social media.
Absolutely. There's so much pressure to look perfect and to maintain friendships. And most of these friendships are at a very surface level. And with a snap streaking. I mean, the first time I heard somebody years ago say, I snapped somebody, I'm like, with a rubber band? Like, it was like a snap off. But now it's so common knowledge and commonplace for kids, but it's very stressful, especially with the streaking, and like it's so exciting, we've got a fire emoji, and then when you start to not do it enough, then a little hourglass comes on, and it's really stressful. Like, oh my gosh, the hourglass is telling me I'm about to lose my fire emoji. My friend's gonna think that I don't care, and you know, there's all these implications that are tied into it that clearly, I mean, it's a way to get the kids engaged and continue to use it, but it's stressful.
What does that do to a kid's psyche? Like, I guess, I mean, adults probably can fall into this as well, but when you're younger, I mean, this is really detrimental when you lose your Snapchat streak.
Kids are so vulnerable for feeling like their whole identity is tied into social media and whatever presence and you know, I guess, persona that they've created through their social media. So when they start to see things, quote unquote, slip, I'm losing followers, or you know, I'm losing my fire emoji, that directly impacts their self-confidence and their feelings of self-worth. It's very tied into their social media presence.
When should a parent maybe get involved? What are some of the lookout signs that maybe you're like, my kid is a little bit too tied to his social media presence?
So I have had some kids who've come in who are actually depressed and anxious.
Really?
So with kids, sometimes their anxiety presents as stomach aches or headaches, so they're having physical symptoms that start to arise because they're so anxious about some of the things that are happening, whether they're being bullied or they're not getting the response that they expected. So when you start to see physical symptoms of your child becoming upset, that's definitely a sign that not only has it gone on too far, but it's gone on too far. So that's definitely a point where you want to step in and you want to start restricting them, and not even necessarily putting it in the framework of we need to restrict your time, but putting it in the framework of, hey, let's hang out with your friends in person. Let's come up with like a pool party or something that you can do so that you have face-to-face interaction.
The other thing I want to talk to you about real quick while we've got you here is cyberbullying. This is something that I didn't have when I was a kid, but this is something that's a huge deal to a lot of kids. What are some of the warning signs, and what can you do as a parent to kind of look out for those warning signs as well?
So they're very similar, but I think in addition, it's so important for parents to monitor their children's social media accounts. So I mean, it's different from picking up your child's diary. That is a boundary violation of a parent. But when it comes to social media, anyone out there can see those things, including predators, including bullies who want to pick on your child and who can do quite a bit of psychological damage. So it's up to parents to really monitor those and monitor all of your friends' accounts, so that if there are things that you see other people posting that aren't even necessarily connected to your child's account, you're aware of it.
Dr. Anna, thank you so much for joining us. If
My
people want
pleasure.
to get more information or get a hold of you, how can they do that real quick?
Our website is a great way, www.drshire.com.
All right, we'll put that on our Facebook pages as well, so you can get a hold of Dr. Shire if you have questions yourself. We appreciate you coming in.
My pleasure as always. Thank you.
We'll be right back.